Welcome back to the channel, guys. Real quick, guys. 2011 Dodge Charger. No start, guys. I don't know what's wrong with it, but that's why I'm here to find out. Now, it was towed in, so you got to really not be starting for somebody to waste. I wouldn't call it a waste because a lot of people got insurance that would cover this. So, but first thing you got to do, guys, with any car complaint is duplicate it, right? So let's take the key and step on the brake and let's push start. See what happened. Nothing. Is my battery dead? Horn lock, door lock working. Ooh, that don't sound strong, guys. First thing first, I have to go get a jump box. Thank goodness they have power, because at least I can get, yes, I can get the trunk open. Guys, when you want to jump off one of these that has the main battery in the rear of the car in the trunk, that's the battery you want to. The jump box port, the ports to jump a car off, they fine and dandy, but you stand a better chance of succeeding going directly on the battery. All right, so I have to go get my jump box, guys. I'm sorry to waste you guys' time, but hold tight. We're gonna find out why this thing won't start. It may be not starting because the battery dead. Could be something real simple. I don't know. But we're going to find out, guys. Stay tuned. Alright, guys. Here we are. Getting ready to jump this off. I already got the trunk open, guys. Remember, guys, you have a funnel right here. In the event your car is capless, okay? You still have to have a way to open up the valve. So they give you a funnel and they just hide it right here. So all you Dodge Charger owners, you know where your funnel is located. So let me get this thing, or see if it'll start by way of jump starting it. Let me turn it on. Let's go find out, guys. It's spinning over fast, guys. Y'all know what that means? What I suspected means this car is getting no fuel, guys. All right, that is one of the Chargers. We right at 100,000 miles. I'm getting ready to do a bit. Ooh, 173. So if this car's first fuel pump, it did good. I'm getting ready to do a video anyway on well, I don't want to discuss it because somebody might snag my idea, guys. Seem to be a lot of that going on lately. People snagging people thumbnails and people snagging people format and people talking about people. A lot of that. Oh no. From time to time I engage in a little of that. I'm tripping, guys, but yes, I'll discuss that when on one of the live stream. But for now, I gotta find out. It sounds like it's not getting fuel. Y'all know when a car spin over, I have that sense of feel on how a car feel when it's not getting fuel, and I have that sense right now that that's what's going on. For you other guys or DIY mechanics, you need to verify that, and we're gonna go over that right now. I have a screwdriver and I have some liquid. I'm gonna simulate fuel. All right, in other words, we're gonna simulate fuel presence. Okay, in the event that your fuel pump is not working, let's try to simulate that the car is getting fuel by way of spraying this down the intake. All right, y'all ready? Man, let's get it, man. Hey, 3.6. All right, guys, let's see what happens. All right, now y'all saw what just happened, guys. Let's talk a little bit and be patient. I got to get through this. All right. What we have just done, what we have just witnessed is the absence of fuel. Okay, as you know, an engine needs three things to start: fuel, compression, and spark. We likely have compression and spark. Okay, by way of I just started the car. What we are lacking, guys, based off this example, is fuel. Yes, you have to have fuel. Guys, fuel is what's going to ignite the spark and cause your engine to rotate, turn, and run. All right, that is what we're lacking by way of this example. Now, let's talk about what supplies that fuel. Guys, is a device called a fuel pump. Yes, a fuel pump is needed to essentially pump fuel up to the engine and let it go through its process to allow starting and running. That's likely missing. Now, should you automatically assume the fuel pump is bad? Not exactly, guys. That's where it gets technical, guys, because a lot of cars are equipped with security alarm features now. Okay, the computer can literally instruct the fuel pump to not run. Okay, did you know in the event this particular car is equipped with a security security alarm, factory installed, not just something that's added. Did you know if this car thought somebody was trying to steal it, in other words, it was in theft mode, that computer is so sophisticated it will instruct the fuel pump not to run by way of merely taking away ground or power supply. That way it can't run. So it will snatch that supply away and the fuel pump won't run. That's why I say don't automatically assume the fuel pump is your issue. However, the fuel pump can cause your issue. So what I'm getting at is, guys, you might want to now I have a way. Here's how we do this. Here's how I do it. I have a way of actuating the fuel pump using my scan tool. I don't know how your scan tool is set up. I can literally tell the PCM, the controller, okay, turn the fuel pump on right now. All right. Now, by having that capability, I can test my circuit. All right. If I tell the computer to tell the computer on, tell the pump to come on, and I go back to the fuel pump connector, guys, you know what you should see or what should happen? In fact, you should, let's go to the, okay, this is fairly easy. Hold tight. Yes, you should be at, this is, I got the seat up and I have gained access to the fuel pump. This is the fuel pump, guys, the primary. Okay, there's two. We're really concerned with the primary. All right. By commanding the fuel pump to run via my scan tool, I can now check power supply and ground, guys. Remember, a fuel pump has to have a power source and a ground source. Any electrical motor has to have a power source and a ground source. All right, guys, so you gain access to the fuel pump connector. I command my fuel pump to run. Now I come back here with a test light and I test this blue and orange wire, likely power source. Okay, I put my test light right there. The other end of my test light going ground. If that light is lit, yes, this fuel pump is getting its 12-volt source that's needed to run. All right, now I flip my test light around. I check for ground right here. This very next wire is ground. Okay, if you got ground right there and power supply right here, doing cranking or doing actuating, yes, you have your fuel pump shorted out, guys. Your fuel pump is literally failed. And guys, remember, a fuel pump is supposed to prime for at least 2 seconds, okay, when you first turn the key on. All right, that is to get the fuel energized, get the fuel woke and get the system prime. All right, so if you turn that key on, you don't hear bzzz for 2 seconds. Yes, either the power supply is missing or the fuel pump is bad. Okay, so I'm gonna run that test. In fact, I'll show y'all a little of this test from a previous video. Okay, in fact, I'll let it play now, but for the most part, because I didn't bring my test light out here, but for the most part, this car is gonna need a fuel pump, and I will also show you how to replace this fuel pump when they sell it, guys. So I have a part two. You know, I gotta diagnose it, write the estimate up, and then wait for approval on the repair. Okay, but I'll show y'all how I diagnose this fuel pump with some video clips. All right, now also the new age fuel pumps we're getting on the LD bodies, we redesigning or we relocating the wiring. Okay, guys, this is a piss poor design in my opinion. You should not have the power supply wire right next to the ground wire. Okay, so with the new way they have us routed, we're gonna move this ground wire over one pin over and move this pin over here. So the power supply and ground will not be right next to each other. Okay. Oh, that is way too close for those to be. All right. So I don't want to dog out anybody, especially. Yes, y'all know where I'm going with this. So guys, that's all I have for right now. Thanks for watching. Comment, subscribe. I'll see y'all in the next video.